Hi there and welcome to another episode of The Great Debate. He's Andy, I'm Dave. Thanks for watching. Our topic for today, should every industry company invest in e-commerce? Andy Cohen, what do you say?
Before we start yelling at each other, how are you, Dave?
I'm great, Andy. It's not going to save you from losing.
Oh, come on. I always win
you
these.
being nice.
I always win these. It's just a nice day outside. Okay, so should every company invest in e-commerce?
That's the question.
Of course they should.
Oh,
Why
dear.
wouldn't they? I mean,
Right.
Isn't that where the buyers are today and significantly increasingly tomorrow? Of course they are. If you're not investing in e-commerce, then you're probably doing something wrong.
That is totally impractical. So now every distributor and supplier in the promo product industry should be investing in e-commerce, Andy, right?
That's right.
Are you going to start lending them all money? Are you going to start lending these guys money to make that happen?
No, I'm not.
This is not a little investment.
It doesn't have to be a huge investment.
Oh, really?
It really doesn't. But the idea that you can ignore it doesn't seem to make any sense. Then you're just saying, okay, anybody who's buying online, yeah, I'm not with you.
I think you cannot dabble in it. Like, what you're saying is you can't invest 100%, you can invest a little bit. No, you can't just stick a foot in and think that's going to be good enough. I think you have to take one of two tactics. Either go all in e-commerce or become an agency. Take that agency approach. And I think for the majority of distributors, especially in the industry, that's the wise tactic. You're going to be competing, if you go e-commerce-wise, against companies that know how to do this. They have it down to a science. They know what the margins have to be. I don't think it's reasonable, it makes sense in any way to take that e-commerce 100% approach.
I'm actually not saying it has to be 100%.
Shocked at your
opinion. Question was, should every company invest, both suppliers and distributors? Should every company invest in e-commerce? Yes, they should, because that is the future. I'm sorry, whether you want to admit it or not. The future is e-commerce. That's where buyers are today, and they're going to be increasingly tomorrow. So why wouldn't
But is that realistic to say that everybody out there should be doing it? They have this. They're going to find this money somewhere to go build this great e-commerce site that's going to compete with the companies that are already doing it well. You think that's totally within reason?
No, I'm not saying that they have to compete with the biggest of big e-commerce sites. What I'm saying is you want to give your audience that option. So there are going to be clients that you even consult to, that you are the ad agency type to, but they may want to purchase online as well. If they have a reorder of pens and they want to get them through you, I just think
you're playing with fire when you take the e-commerce route. I think it makes a lot more sense to operate like an agency, which is, look, there's great potential for sales and print. There's opportunities when you have graphic design and fulfillment. There's all these services that are less expensive than paying some company to develop this spectacular e-commerce site.
No,
focus on that side. Go all in there instead of trying to dabble in the e-commerce just because the guy down the street's doing it. I don't think that's a sound strategy.
No,
I think investment in e-commerce has to be 100%, and if you have the money to do that, great, but I don't think it's realistic to say that companies in the industry, for the most part, have the cash investment to do that.
No, I think they could do it no problem, and they can. That you can actually dabble. It's so easy today to do that you could dabble, and you are then catering to people who want to buy online, and that's an audience that is only going to grow. So why would you ignore it?
Andy Cohen's going to be giving out loans to all these companies.
I got you.
He's telling to invest in e-commerce. I say you don't have to take that step. Andy says go for it. Tell us what you think. Send us a tweet at ASI Central. For Andy, I'm Dave. Thanks as always for watching another episode of The Great Debate. We'll see you next time.